My Lord, since we have time, going back directly to Drax, and we've spoken about where the biomass came from in terms of the source of the trees, and whether they're whole trees or trimmings, etc. But I wonder if the government has given any consideration to what happens in wood pellet facilities where the material is processed into pellets in the United States, where there is evidence of a huge amount of harmful air pollution, including dust, particulate matter, volatile organic compounds, and particularly toxic or hazardous pollutants like acrolein and methanol. These can cause problems like asthma and respiratory illnesses in nearby communities. And it's worth noting that very many of these facilities are located near communities of colour that suffer already serious economic disadvantage and health problems. We know that regulation of environmental factors and environmental health in the US has always been poor. We are seeing every indication from the new US regime that they intend to make it much poorer still. Is this something the government's considered or is considering or is going to be talking to Drax about or putting pressure on Drax? Because I come back to a phrase we became very familiar with during the COVID pandemic. No one is safe until anyone is safe. A terrible state of public health in the US, think about what's happening with the H5N1 virus, is actually of concern to all of us. So is the conditions under which these pellets are produced something that the government thinks about?
My Lords, yes it is. Of course we do rely on regulators both here and in other countries. But my Lords, you know, the science underpinning biomass sustainability does continue to evolve. My Lords, the government has listened to feedback from the Noble Baroness and other parliamentarians and stakeholder groups about ways in which we can strengthen the sustainability criteria. We're going to consult separately on developing a common sustainability framework where we plan to gather views and evidence on strengthening wider aspects of biomass sustainability. And I think, my Lords, I would say that the points the Noble Baroness has raised very much could be embraced within that, and I'll make sure they are.